Hi, my name is Meg Bingle, and I am the Associate Director of Admissions here at the University of Chicago Law School. Today it is my pleasure to answer a few of the questions that might be rumbling around that head of yours as you think about applying to law school. So first things first, can I visit the UChicago Law campus? Unfortunately, our campus is still closed to visitors, but don't despair. We have a lot of helpful resources online that can introduce you to the University of Chicago Law School. I would encourage you to check out the UChicago Law Welcome Center. If you scroll down on the Welcome Center, you'll find a helpfully labeled section called Tours. In that section, we have two different tours right now, and we might have more as the fall goes on. But our first tour is a tour of the law school. So if you want to see the Green Lounge, where our students hang out with each other, or if you want to see the library tower, which is where our faculty have their offices, that when you are a student here at UChicago Law and you're going up to study, you can actually run into your faculty members along the way. If you want to see the clinics, where we have over 15 different types of clinics, including public interest and transactional clinics. If you want to see our classrooms, if you want to see the beautiful UChicago Law architecture, that campus tour is definitely the first place to check. After that, I would absolutely encourage you to check out the University of Chicago campus-wide tour. Here at UChicago Law, we are the home of interdisciplinary learning. So you're often going to find that our faculty and students are partnering with peers across the campus. You actually might hear the phrase, across the midway. That means for midway is the part that separates the law school campus from the other parts of campuses. So a lot of our professors, a lot of our students going across campus to study, to collaborate, to research, to do all sorts of different things across the campus. Watching that campus video is definitely going to give you an opportunity to sort of learn more about life at UChicago, but also kind of get a vibe for what the campus looks like. That leads me to actually question number 2. What is it like at UChicago Law? Now, we want to introduce our community to you in as many ways as we can in the virtual setting. First, this fall, we have something called a webinar series. So in September, October, and November, the admissions team here at UChicago Law is putting on webinars that will introduce lots of specifics about life at UChicago, but also a lot of specifics about how to apply to the law school. So those are great resources where you kind of get that 1-2 punch of information on UChicago, but also information on how to apply. We're also going to have a handful of student events throughout the fall. You'll notice if you look at the calendar, that's going to be updating as time goes on. Our students come to campus at the end of September because we are on the quarter system. And I know that they are eager to meet you, so please stay tuned on different student events. We also might have other special guests like faculty members and other administrators. So please continue to check the UChicago Law Welcome Center so that you get the most up-to-date information on events that we are planning in a virtual setting this year. I'd also encourage you to keep checking out the UChicago Law Welcome Center because each week we're going to update that This Week at UChicago Law section. So when you go to the Welcome Center, the very top banner is going to have the This Week at UChicago Law. This is going to be a banner that shows you the different traditions and highlights different activities happening at UChicago Law. So things like our virtual student organization fair or our orientation program, which starts next week. Keep checking that website because you'll get some helpful information again on what life is like here at UChicago Law. Another question that you might have is kind of going on is, I have more questions, what should I do? We have a handful of ways that we are looking to answer your questions this fall. So I mentioned the webinar series, that's certainly one place to check. We're also going to be participating in the LSAT forums. There's 4 forums planned for this fall, September, October, November, and December. Those forums are a really great way to have a lot of your questions answered because not only is it going to be UChicago Law there, but also I think close to 100 other different law schools. So it's a great way to get a lot of questions answered in a short period of time. LSAC also runs different panels throughout those forums. So visit their website, make sure to register for what you're interested in because it will be a great way to, again, get your questions answered in a broad way. But if you have more specific questions, if you have something a little bit more personalized, please join us in a UChicago Law Sidebar. These are new this year. It's a 1-to-1 20-minute Zoom appointment with an admissions professional. We can answer your questions about the law school application process. We can answer questions about life here at Chicago. We can answer questions about financial aid. So if you have some questions or even just one question that you want to ask in more detail, please sign up on our website for a sidebar. We're excited to meet you. And last, if you still have some questions and it doesn't really seem like you need a sidebar, it's maybe a quick question or something like that, email us. We have a team of professionals on both the admissions and financial aid teams that are here to help you. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out to us. The last question I want to tackle, which I hope is one of the more important ones, is how do I apply to UChicago Law? I'm hoping that since you're watching this video, you've become familiar with the video section of the UChicago Law Welcome Center. If you haven't already had the chance, I would encourage you to go watch the video that my colleague Elizabeth Kearney filmed last week. She explains the application process and the differences between regular decision and early decision. That was the first video that we put out that's going to be very explanatory on the law school admissions committee or process, but it's not going to be the last. So please continue to check the website because we will have helpful videos, helpful tips coming, so definitely check back. And when you are ready to apply to the law school, please visit lsac.org. Our application is available there along with some detailed instructions. But as with all things, if you have a question, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to us. We're looking forward to meeting you this fall, and then we're looking forward to you applying to the law school. Thank you.